Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to this new moon in Aquarius. And we all know that new moons are times of new beginnings. Another cycle has started. And when we reflect back to the last full moon, it's really important that we see our progress or to acknowledge any patterns that we are continuously repeating. And each new and full moon or any moon phase is in a specific zodiac sign, which brings a different energy, element, perspective. So when we work with these different moon phases and zodiac signs, it gives us a really, really deep connection and opportunity to harness the energy of this current lunation. So this is why I absolutely love connecting with the full and new moon energies, because it keeps me in alignment. It helps me to connect my microcosm with the macrocosm. And it helps me to shed that illusion of separation. I feel at one with nature. I feel at one with the cosmos. And many of us who are sensitive souls, we often have this unexplainable sense of loneliness or feeling like we don't belong here. And that's because our energy is connected to the cosmos. So when we deny that connection or when we're not aware of it, that can be the missing piece. So for me as a child, I was always obsessed with the stars and astronauts and the planets, and I just loved looking up at the skies and wondering, like, what's out there. And of course, as we grow older, we begin to deny that curiosity or that playfulness or that awe and wonder of, what's out there, basically. So this is very much in alignment with the Aquarius energy. And Aquarius is related to the air element. And I always get this one mixed up because Aquarius, you would think, oh, it's related to the water element. Now it is known as the water bearer. So you will often see this big urn pouring out water as the symbol of the Aquarius zodiac sign. So this is all about being able to flow with our emotions, with the cosmic energy, with the cosmic downloads, because around this time there'll be a huge amount of inspiration that's to do with the air element and thinking about the unlimited possibilities. Like if you think about what takes up the most space in the world is air. Like if you look at this room, what's occupying this space, the majority of it is the air element. We breathe with air, and without that, there is no life. We can only last about 3 minutes. So this element and this time is very precious, is very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's invaluable. Like you can't put a price on this time. We've just come out of last weekend, which there was a huge cosmic alignment, and it really brought to the surface like where people are going in their lives and what's truly important. And that can be a hard thing for some people because they suddenly realize, oh, this relationship isn't for me, or this career, or the way I'm living my life. And suddenly we're like, everything that I've built and strive for now doesn't seem to be a fit. So what I'm seeing is like the plates of the world beginning to shift. And this is happening inside of you, and it can feel really, really uncomfortable. It can feel really scary, but think of it as aligning to a higher frequency, aligning to a better fit. And when things are realigning, we must change things in our external environment in order for that alignment to settle into place properly. So I have a couple of things written down here, which I would absolutely love to share with you, and really important that I cover these topics. So many of you have probably seen that this is the year of the snake, the wooden snake. And for me anyway, I was petrified of snakes for my whole entire life. Don't know why, never had any bad encounters with snakes. And recently, when I started working with the divine feminine and the Kundalini energy, I was like, oh my goodness, I was afraid of my own power. I was afraid at the velocity at which I can move and the dormant energy that is within me. So since I started to embrace more and more the concept of the snake, it all makes sense, because a snake is so adaptable. It can swim, it can climb, it can stand up, it can move at incredible speeds, it can shed its skin. It's just one big long muscle, and it can do all of that without any arms or legs. It's just incredible. So how adaptable are you? How flexible are you? How are you moving in life? Like a snake doesn't go straight, it weaves its way. So what aspects of those things are you denying yourself? Are you ignoring? And this year is really, really all about shedding. And this is what the new moon, this is why I'm bringing these two together, because new moons are about new beginnings, a clean slate, an opportunity to start again, set your intentions, set your goals, set your sights on what's ahead. So with the new year looming, it happens, the astrological new year happens around the spring equinox, which makes a whole lot more sense because we're still wintering, we're still moving in this very slow pace, slowly emerging out of hibernation. So now is the time to start dreaming, visualizing, and planting those seeds so that they can come to fruition in the springtime. So today's moon ritual is all about visionary expansion, innovation, and aligning with your unique path. Who doesn't want that? So we're going to dive into the innovative energy of the Aquarius while aligning with the transformative power of the wooden snake. So it's really all about embracing your individuality. And I recorded a podcast yesterday about, you know, what we deny ourselves when we conform or try to fit in. We lose all sense of purpose and individuality, and we suppress our unique expression. So this is why it's really important to dream big. Like, so many of us are so quick to shut our dreams down because we're like, no, there's no way I could achieve that, or there's no way that that could be my life. So envision a brighter future. Who would you be if you weren't afraid? What would you do if you weren't conscious about finances or being judged or letting somebody down? So intuition is very, very, very high at the moment, and many people deny their intuition because they're seeing the truth. They're looking beyond the Maya, the illusion. So with this practice and ritual today, we're going to release outdated ways of being through breath and Kundalini practices. And it will be really an opportunity to shed the old skin and renew to this creative essence that lies within you. It's an opportunity for transformation and growth. So with today's ritual, I just would like you to take a moment to reflect. What is no longer serving you? And I'm going to light a candle for us now to bring in the fire element. That is the element of transformation and change. So while you're reflecting on while you're reflecting on what no longer serves you. And I'm also going to bring in the energy of Palo Santo to clear, cleanse, bless, and protect our space, our bodies, our minds, our spirits. And just breathe in and receive the consciousness, the energy of Palo Santo to clear, cleanse, bless, and protect. Front, back, sides, above and below your body. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So when we identify what it is that we are ready to let go of, it is really important to then fill it with something else, because the universe does not like a void. So when we clear something out, what are you filling yourself with? And my go-to is always unconditional love, or joy, or courage, or positivity. Like, what is it that you want to embody or be? So I want you to take a moment. You can close down your eyelids, you can place your hands on your heart, and imagine you're prepping and priming your fertile soil, your garden, for the spring season. What seeds of intention are you planting in that fertile soil? What do you want to grow this year? And make sure that your intentions resonate with your heart, your higher self, and your unique path. See yourself planting those seeds in the fertile soil, lovingly patting over the soil upon the seeds, and trusting and knowing that those seeds will grow. You don't have to dig up the soil and look at the progress. You trust that in divine timing and order that these seeds will grow into something so beautiful. And that as long as you tend to those seeds, water those seeds, make sure that they receive enough sunlight, that they will grow to their fullest potential. So come back to this visualization, these seeds in your garden daily, to sit, to reconnect with your intentions, and to sit in the knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Whenever you're ready, you can gently come back to open-eyed awareness of the room. So I'll be posting today in the community a deeper dive into the energy forecast of the Aquarius New Moon and journaling prompts to help you connect, especially 3 days before, the day of, and 3 days after the new moon is a great time to practice this ritual and tune into this energy. And yeah, it just feels very exciting. And with the excitement, there can be a sense of overwhelm. Like, I felt the energy move from my belly up into my heart, and it's like, I felt a huge amount of throat clearing as well. So this is the seat of our manifestation. It's also where we speak our truth, clear communication. And we cannot be in our truest expression if we're not speaking our truth. So it's really important that you say how you feel and that you speak your needs, because, you know, everybody is so self-absorbed that if you don't share what it is your needs and wants and desires are, nobody's going to know. So have those conversations maybe have them with yourself first, and then, from a less emotionally charged place, you can go have that conversation with the person that you need to have the conversation with. So I'll put in a deeper dive into that energy so you can read it and go over it in the community. So the cards were very, very impatient and didn't want to waste any time. So I have 6 cards that literally fell out. So the first one is mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Oh, and this one is so important. Who or what is triggering you? So we're quick to point the finger and we're quick to say, I'm unhappy because that person is making me unhappy. But that person is simply a mirror reflecting to you what is unhealed within you, what wounded parts of you are being poked, are being aggravated. So it's not to say that we are unaffected by what other people do or say. It's not about that. But when we're in relationships or situations, often that person, well, all of the time, that person is a teacher, teaching you how to be more loving towards yourself, more compassionate towards yourself and others, more empathetic, and use this as a light to shine upon the needs of your inner child, or where you're not respecting yourself or your boundaries. So think about that one. Who or what is triggering you? And this will help you to take your power back once you identify that. Oh, after that is completed, transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. So this is such a powerful card. Finally, you are taking your seat at the table. She's sitting here in her golden throne, so it means that she has connected with her abundance. She has the Kundalini energy in one hand, and she is also very rooted with the staff to the earth in the other hand. And both these hand facing upward and the staff is connecting you to the heavens as well. So she's connected to the consciousness, she's connected to the earth, and she's also connected to our divine feminine. You can see through the pink dress and skirt. She's very connected to the moon, the energy. She's really radiating and shining, and she's just completely in her element. So this year is the year that women are really going to step into their power. You're going to see a lot more spiritual healers and leaders stepping up and in. And you are probably part of that, most definitely. So what opportunity can you take now to step into that role? Take your seat at the table where you belong and really know your worth. Yeah, and the cat is here as well. Again, very intuitive, very feminine. And cats are so independent. So it's not that she doesn't need anybody, but she's happy in her own company. And transformation and deep healing is something that only you can do for yourself. And after that, Lemuria, creating heaven on earth, it is happening. So when we begin to change internally, our external world automatically changes. Remember, when you look after the microcosm, that is a reflection out into the macrocosm. So it looks here that there's a new earth emerging. There's a couple of pools of water, which is connected to emotions. There's a few rocks and obstacles here, but they're not really in the way. They're just kind of out on the edges. So it's just to be aware of the challenges that may arise, or the obstacles may arise when emotions come to the surface, or when you're creating this new heaven on earth for yourself. but beautiful green colors, which is heart healing, and then the pink then as well, which is very soft, gentle, compassionate, self-love energy. So you really have to make sure that you're dropping into your heart space on a daily basis and not the head space, because this is very logical, very black and white, very masculine. So drop down into the heart and be like, okay, how can I make this the best day ever? What changes can I make today for a better tomorrow? And really tune into your heart to see and feel what that would be. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewiring the future. Okay, so this is so, so, so powerful. So you've come out of the cave. You've come out of the darkness. You've come out of the dark night of the soul. You've come out of the tunnel vision, and you're now emerging into this new earth. That's all that I keep hearing, new earth. So a lot of what we carry, you can see here all of these different layers that she was carrying until she is now free. It's not her own. Like, you know, I was thinking the other day about when they say, oh, you know, arthritis is in the family, psoriasis is in the family, it's just hereditary. And it's like, yes, it is hereditary, because that is a manifestation of emotion or experiences that have been passed down through generation to generation till somebody says, I'm not carrying that anymore. That's not mine to hold. So I'm bringing the awareness to it. I'm bringing it into the space of unconditional love and healing, and I'm transmuting it. So when we do that, we release all of the heaviness, all of the blockages, all of the boulders that we've been carrying to set ourselves free. So there's a lot of words here bringing us back to healing and rewriting the future. If you don't like where you are right now, how you're feeling, how you're looking, where your life is going, you can change that by simply acknowledging it, where you're at, becoming aware of what is, and be like, okay, so what do I do want? And that's why this energy is so important, to bring your dreams into reality. Last two cards. Soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. This is so, so, so important. So if you've ever met a random person at a retreat or a girl in the bathroom on a night out, and you have this instant connection, or you have these like really, really deep, meaningful conversations, that is the universe putting people, random people, into your life to say, you know, these are people that are more aligned with you. I was at an ecstatic dance the other night, and this gorgeous girl sat down beside me, and we had such a beautiful conversation. I was like, oh, wow, you know, if I didn't make the journey to go to this ecstatic dance, I wouldn't have met her. And out of all the people to sit down beside me or to start talking to me, it was this girl. And I was like, oh, wow, like it really is important that we take ourselves out of what we do and what's on autopilot. And you know, if something is if there's an opportunity there, we can make so many excuses like, oh, it's too far to drive, it's too late, you know, it's too inconvenient. Whereas if we say, you know, I'm just opening myself to new opportunities, that's when your soul tribe can drop in, and you will feel it, you will know. And lastly, yes, just say yes. So this goes back to the second card, or the second last card. Say yes to the opportunities, those events that pop up on Eventbrite, or the emails that you get sent, or the invitations that people give to you. Say yes. You never know who or what is going to be there. And I always say it's the thing that I most regret is the things that I never did. So put yourself out there, say yes, lead with your heart, let go of what's not yours, change something if it's making you unhappy. And once we put all of these things into motion, that's when the heaven on earth happens and the transformation. Well, I'm going to grab my bottle of water, and I'm going to be back in a moment, because that was a lot. Okay. So we are now going to move into our Kriya, our Kundalini Kriya. So before we do that, we're just going to move into our opening and grounding breathwork and visualization. So come into a comfortable seated position. You can have your palms facing down on your lap. Spine straight, shoulders relaxed, chin slightly tucked. Closing down your eyelids. And begin to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again,